How you gonna laugh at somebody's father not being at the home when it was your people that took the fathers out the home? Not for one time, not for two times, not for 1 year, not for 3 years. And I mean for generations. Deliberately kept the father out the home. And now in the present time, in this generation, you don't see the fathers in the home. And when you see the fathers in the home, you make sure that he gets out. And if the mother doesn't put him out, she can't get help. Ask me how I know. I'm sitting in the office with my baby daddy. No, we not together, but we realize, hey, we got to go our separate ways, and our baby needs, we need help. They looked me dead in my eyes and said, you got to put him on child support. I looked at him, I said, but what if he's already supporting the child? She said, oh, well, y'all should be able to work it out. Da, 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 da. No, people still need help. She was like, oh, I can't do it. And it's all so I can put my baby in daycare. So I can have a roof over my head. I had to sue him for child support. So you know what? We went and stayed with his people. Years later, after we done been married and then try to break up, he puts me on child support because he need a roof over his head. God damn. But anyway, to separate the black family even more, they went and said, you know what? We can't split them up. We gotta split them up. How are we gonna do that? White woman, come here. Go to those black women. Complain about how men are treating you. And, just get them on your side. That way, when they team up with y'all, they will separate themselves from the black brothers. And that's what happened. These black men ain't. Conditions that they put on us to separate us. And we allowed that to happen because we thought they were our friends. Just like our mama told us, you ain't got no friends. You got to use your head for more than a hat rack. So if y'all trying to keep the black man out the home, you don't want him to be with the woman. You don't want him to be around the kid. You don't want him to work. You don't want him to start his own business. What the fuck he gonna do then? You literally stripping away his masculinity. I think for men that go through that, the pain is so hard or intense, it maybe softens them. And I don't even know how that happens. So when a woman goes through those things, when she takes on a role of a man, she becomes more hardened. Because now she got to do all this shit. She got to be productive. She got to be When a man can't do nothing, he's no longer determined. He's no longer doing something. He's relaxed. He ain't got to do nothing. That softens him up. And they plan that. That's why you got bitches and bitch-ass niggas. That's why you got females talking about, I don't need no man. No, fuck you do. But nowadays, times have changed, and I think the balance of things, looking at the way things are balancing out after all of that, like, okay, there's some gay men, okay, there's some gay women, okay, there's a lot more gay men, okay, there's a lot more gay women, okay, now they're trying to push an agenda. You see how, bruh, over time, they intentionally switch our roles psychologically. They switch the female to the male and the male to the female mindset. They switch that, and they switch oh my gosh, okay. At the same time, putting a European mindset in a black person, and since we are still going to be us at the same time, but they're going to learn our ways even more and reflect that. So they could act like us and we can act like them. Men can act like women. Women can act like men. Why was that so hard to say? Whew. Yeah, I don't like that shit. So there's this psychological and manifested in physical action going on, where you got the real men saying, hey, it's y'all fault. Now men are holding bitches accountable. They are holding females accountable. They holding other brothers accountable. Now we in that type of war, that battle. It's not only spiritual, but it's physical. And we're seeing the residue. Now it looks like men versus women. The truth is, it's male versus men, female versus women. Because in order to call yourself a man or a woman, you have to reach a certain mentality. And if you have not matured, then you're just what you naturally are. You are a male. Can't nobody strip that from you. You are a female. Can't nobody strip that from you. It's like a seed becoming a flower. You wouldn't call a flower a seed. You say it used to be a seed. But a plant. Still a plant. And you gotta grow. And if you haven't reached that certain level of growth, you cannot call yourself no flower. You walk around here crawling on the ground talking about you a butterfly. No, you're not. You haven't, you're down here. I need you to get up here to call yourself that. We're not looking at that. We're looking at man versus women. And all women aren't the same. So you're going to have different type of women. And it's still women versus females. Y'all haven't learned that yet. For example, all females bleed. But a woman will do something. And you know what I'm talking about, that time of the month. All females bleed. But a real woman gonna handle her blood a certain way. She gonna wrap it up. She gonna burn it. She not gonna leave it exposed and all out in the trash can like this. A real man open doors. He not gonna talk down on women. You got some men out there who can be just as kind, but they don't open doors. I guess not all men do that because not all women like that. You see what I'm saying? We're different for a reason because we're supposed to match each other. But if we expect all women to do this, you're not gonna find your match. Y'all not organizing it right. Sometimes just let things be. Or put it in the capacity. Okay, female, woman, act like this. Females act like that. Ain't no way a real woman wouldn't put her hands on no man. I don't care. Unless you're a professional boxer boxing a man, that's different. But she ain't gonna do that. And a real man ain't gonna put his hands on no woman. But you got some bitches that would do that. That's them females. Them ungrateful creatures. And you got some bitch ass nigga who would actually sue that baby mama for put him on child support. Make her go homeless, take her kids from her, and she ain't do nothing but to him but not want to be with him. Shit like that. That's some bitch ass nigga shit. Real men don't do that. They look at that and be like, damn. That's why women think y'all make us look bad. And us women gotta call out these bitches, and we gotta grow too, because we gotta be like, oh, okay, that wasn't cool. Because we wasn't always a woman. We had to grow. You wasn't always a man. You had to grow. Just because you hit 18 and 21 don't mean you a man. You a male. Until you see better. Till you do better. We got to get back right, because that's not our nature in the first place. We're being conditioned to be like that. And we're going against each other because we're breaking out of that condition. We separate. Okay, nah, that ain't what I'm with right there. Like, nah, you cool, but stay your ass over there. We got to stick together. If the world is against us, then we must be against the world. I mean, shoot, Timon said best. That condition can't stop our progress. And it won't. So no matter what they do to us, we gonna be us and do it back to them. Because how else they gonna learn? We learned. They taught us. Reflected back. Because they learned from us. They conditioned us. And gave us some corrupt shit back. Now corrupt the corruption.